Hi guys, welcome back to Simply Char, and today is Tuesday. You know what that means. Tacos. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you guys is how to make my buffalo cauliflower. So basically you need some cauliflower florets. I chopped these up pretty decent size, like the florets like kind of like in half because they can be pretty big. So I'm only making 2 tacos just for display because guys, I don't need that much leftover food. I really don't. So I would say like 3 little florets like this for each taco. So I would say like 6. So this is like 6 or 7 pieces. Then you need some corn tortillas. You can also use flour. It depends on what you like. And I have some flour. You just need some flour for the batter to make the cauliflower wings. I use this gluten-free all-purpose. You can use regular all-purpose. It don't really matter. Then I have some almond milk. You can use whatever kind of dairy-free milk. You just need that. And then for the ranch that we're making, we need some vegan mayo for the ranch. And we also need almond milk. And then I forgot to put it out here, but you need garlic powder, onion powder, and then you can use Old Bay spice as well. I like to add Old Bay to a lot of my things. But yeah, those type of seasonings, and then a little bit of paprika if you don't have Old Bay or Cayenne, whichever, or to make the batter spicy as well. For the actual sauce, I'm using Louisiana hot sauce. If you have actual buffalo sauce, you can use that. If you want to make this more creamy and you don't care about fat contact, you can add 1 tablespoon of butter to a cup of this and heat it up on the stove top and let the butter dissolve, and then you cut it off and it will become more creamier like a buffalo sauce. Yeah, and then I got some breadcrumbs because breadcrumbs is my secret ingredient to get it crispy without using oil. I didn't need that many, so this much is about 1/2 cup. This is how much I need for these. So let's get started. Okay, so for the batter, I put in 1/2 cup of the gluten-free flour. You can, like I said, you can use any kind of flour. And then I put in like 2/3 cups of milk. And then I added in like a tablespoon of each, not a tablespoon, teaspoon. So sorry guys, teaspoon of each seasoning. So I use cayenne, garlic powder, onion powder, and Old Bay. Like I said, you can switch it up, do whatever you like. And you just use a fork and you scramble it together. And it should be a creamy consistency that I'm going to show you guys right now. Hold on. Okay, so it should be kind of creamy, like not too liquidy, but then not too thick. So this is the consistency you want for the batter, by the way. And then try to use your fork to get some of the crumbs out, but that's the basics of it. And then you use the other bowl to put the breadcrumbs in there. And then we're going to format the cauliflower for round 1 in the oven. Alright guys, so to assemble the cauliflower batter, first you dip it in the wet batter, then you dip it in the breadcrumbs, and then you place it on a baking tray lined with parchment paper. If you don't have parchment paper, you can use oil. It will still kind of stick, so I recommend you using parchment paper. If you use aluminum foil, still use oil on the aluminum foil. But you don't have to use oil, just use parchment. Yeah, so, out of focus, but yeah. Let me do that, and then I'll show you guys before I put in the oven. Okay, so they should look like this once you're done breading them. And we're gonna place them in the oven on 450 degrees Fahrenheit for 13 minutes, and then you're gonna take them out again to dip them in a buffalo sauce, and you'll place them back in there again for 13 minutes. Take it out the oven, and it should look something like this, like super crispy. And what you're gonna do is, if you're using 1/2 head of florets to just make like 3 tacos or something like that, like I did, you would just need 1/2 cup of hot sauce, or buffalo sauce. But if you using a whole head, I recommend you use a full cup of hot sauce or buffalo sauce. So this is 1/2 cup. I'm gonna dip each of them in there and put it back on the baking tray, and we're gonna put it back in the oven for 450 degrees. Just keep the oven on 450 degrees for another 13 minutes. But I'm gonna dip it first, and I'm gonna show you guys how it look after I dip it. How they look once you dip it in the sauce. And then, like I said, you're gonna put this back in the oven for another 13 minutes. Just make sure you set your timer. Sometimes it could be 10 minutes. It depends on how crispy you want them. I like mine super crispy, so I keep it in there for like 12, 13 minutes. Okay guys, while the cauliflower is in the oven for the second round, you can make the vegan spicy cilantro ranch. The full recipe is in my ebook, but I'm gonna show you guys my half recipe. So for this, I don't really make a full batch because, like I said, I don't need that much ranch for this because it's only for tacos. If I made a full head, then I would need a full batch. But this small batch is fine. It really is. So I use half a cup of vegan mayo. Any kind of vegan mayo is perfect. A fourth cup of plain plant-based milk. It can be plain, original, or unsweetened original, whichever or. You need a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of onion powder. You need like a handful of cilantro, as you see in there. And you need a jalapeno. If you don't like spicy, you can skip the jalapeno. The jalapeno is optional. I love spicy, so. But if you're eating these tacos, I'm pretty sure you like spicy, so here we are. I use my little food processor. It's the oyster one, because people keep asking me questions about it. Yeah, that's the one I use. You could possibly use a blender, but I don't know how the consistency will be compared to a food processor. But anyways, I'm gonna blend this up and show you guys how it look after. You can see it's kind of liquidy. Once you put it in the refrigerator, it'll like solidify a little bit. And you'll want it creamy for these tacos. You don't want it to be super thick. So you can actually make it this late and still be fine. So this liquidy is fine. But yeah, it'll just look something like this. The blending was under 20 seconds. Honestly, it's like 10-15 seconds, guys. But yeah, boom. Come out the oven and they look like this. But guys, don't throw away your excess juice, your excess hot sauce, because I'm just gonna pour it on there. Just pour it on some. You don't gotta like literally pour it, like you don't have to be perfect, but just pour it on there to add like an extra juiciness to it, you know? So extra saucy. You know what I'm saying? So this is how I assemble the tacos. So basically I heat up 2 corn tortillas for each taco, only because the corn tortillas are flimsy. If you know corn tortillas, you know they are flimsy, so I double them up because the cauliflower is kind of heavy. At the bottom I just add some mixed greens, some spring greens. It don't really matter, this is optional, you don't really have to do that. And I put the buffalo on top. And then I'm gonna use a spoon to drizzle the ranch on there. And then I always, not always, but lately I've been liking to use dry cilantro. You can use fresh cilantro as well. I'm gonna just add like extra pizzazz. So I'm gonna add the ranch, add cilantro, and show you guys the finished result once it's done. Finished result, added the ranch on top. They look so good. And for decoration purposes, I added the limes on the side. But yeah, guys, this is how I make the buffalo cauliflower tacos. I cannot wait to see you guys recreate these. If you recreate it, as always, use hashtag SimplyChar, tag me. My social media is always below. I know a lot of people on my old videos, I have my old social media on there. My new stuff is on there. I rebranded and changed my name. But yeah, let me show you guys the burritos. Are you ready? You guys how to make the lentil and roasted potato burritos. So I'm starting off with a couple of small chopped up diced red potatoes. I already boiled them. So you boil them, you dice them up and you boil them for about 15 to 20 minutes. And then you're going to put in like a tablespoon of 2 or olive oil or any kind of oil you use to cook with. And you'll saute these. I just want them to get golden, a little bit crispy, because I love crispy potatoes. Who don't like crispy potatoes? So just let this get golden. I sprinkled some garlic powder and I'm going to sprinkle some Old Bay on there. And then I already have cooked lentils. 3 lentils, this is 1 cup of lentils, 1 cup of lentils, 2 cups of water. You can also use vegetable broth. Vegetable broth adds such a good flavor to your lentils. If you don't have vegetable broth, you can use a bouillon cube, a vegetable bouillon cube. I keep those on hand for like soups, dishes, different things like that. But yeah, this is the basics. And then I'm going to grill up some bell peppers and some red onion. I'm going to show that in a second as well. But yeah, those are the basics for the burrito. And I'm going to show you guys my homemade guacamole in a second as well. Potatoes are done. I'm grilling up some bell peppers and some onions. This is only like enough for like 2-3 burritos. I don't like grilling up a lot of bell peppers and onions ahead of time and having them left over, because when you try to reheat them, they don't have the same flavor, the same crispiness I desire. I put in like 1 teaspoon of olive oil in the pan. Like I said, if you want to stay oil free, you could just use water. Try to stay as oil free as possible. You could just use water for this part. And just keep adding it in there. I'm gonna list, I think Caitlin Shoemaker has a thing where like it shows you how to cook with oil free. I'll try to link that below the video to help you guys out who don't like to use oil. I don't really use oil that much. I just started back using oil. But still not even that often. But yeah. I'm gonna show you guys how these look at the end. It is time. It's time for us to make my homemade guacamole. Okay, so for the guacamole, you just need 1 avocado. If you're making a large batch, you're probably gonna need 2 or 3. But we're making a small batch because it's not that many of us eating this. Probably me and just my mom. So 1 avocado, 1 tomato since we're using 1 avocado. Add a tomato every time you add an avocado. And then like 1/4 cup of finely chopped red onion. You can use white onion too, whichever one you prefer. You need 1/4 cup of finely chopped cilantro, and you what, like 2-3 tablespoons of lime juice. But yeah, let me get started, show you guys how I look at the end. I'll list the recipe below with everything else. Boom. This result, I feel like it's looking off green on camera, but I promise you it's green. I like my tomatoes chunky. Your tomatoes don't have to be chunky. Also guys, I freaking lied. I don't know what was wrong with me. Use half a tomato, not a full tomato. So sorry. Like I said, I'm gonna link everything below so you know. This is a small batch. This is a bigger batch. You'll use a full tomato. Like if you're using 3 avocados instead of 1, cool. But this is just a small batch. Just a single serving. Well, this is more than a single serving. Like, I mean, granted, if you was eating chips with this, you could do it. But yeah. I also forgot to mention I added salt, sea salt. You can use Himalayan salt as well. Also, if you want it to be spicy, you can add jalapeno. I'm eating this with my mom, and she is a weenie. She don't like spicy food, so I'm not adding jalapeno to this. But normally I would. So if you like spicy, add a jalapeno or add some cayenne pepper and everything else. But yeah, I'm about to wrap up the burrito and show you guys the finished result. For the burrito, first you heat up a flour tortilla. You can use any kind of burrito tortilla you like. I don't know. Flour is the one I stick with. So yeah, I put in 2 tablespoons of the cooked lentils. Like a spoon, like scoop, like a scoop and a half of the roasted potatoes. Topped it off, and then I added some of this salsa. You can use any kind of salsa you like. This is just the salsa I had in my fridge. So yeah. And then I added the guacamole. Oh, and I added the sauteed bell pepper and onion too, as you can see underneath and over there. So yeah, I'm just gonna wrap this up and show you guys how it looks as a closed burrito. Okay guys, this is the finished result. This burrito will be kind of messy, but it's a burrito. You guys already know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you want to see next. I'm thinking about doing a brunch version, so that should be coming up soon, of like my favorite recipes to make for brunch or for breakfast. Let me know what else you'll like to see, any coffee talks, any hauls, anything like that. I'm trying to get back in the groove of being consistent again. Let me know if you guys want me to do any more makeup videos. I kind of miss doing those. I might start back doing those again. And thank you guys for watching. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.